Hey, what's up? Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, hi. Welcome to my little corner of the internet where stories are real, emotions are valid, and oversharing is basically a hobby. Before we start, hit like, tap subscribe, and let's trauma bond responsibly. Here's a story of the sugar mill shadows. Talisay was built on sugar. Its fields stretched for miles, and the old mill near the coast had ground cane for over a man, 100 years before closing in the 1980s. Now it sits silent, its rusted machinery half swallowed by tall grass and creeping vines. Kiko had come to shoot photos for his university project on abandoned industrial sites. His grandfather used to work there, and he'd warned him never to go inside after sunset. "The mill doesn't like strangers when it gets dark," he'd said, his voice tight with worry. But Kiko wanted the perfect shot. Golden hour light streaming through the broken roof onto the massive grinding wheels. He lost track of time, and by the time he packed his camera, the sky was deep purple and full of stars. That's when he heard it. The low rumble of machinery starting up, even though the mill had no power. The sound grew louder, mixing with the faint screams of men and the crunch of sugarcane. Kiko froze as shadows began to move across the walls. Dozens of them, bent over conveyor belts and hauling heavy baskets, their forms flickering like candlelight. He recognized one shadow. It wore the same straw hat his grandfather had always worn. The figure turned toward him, and Kiko could see its face was hollow, just dark holes where eyes should be. "We never stop working," a voice echoed through the mill, seeming to come from the walls themselves. "The cane has to be ground, always ground." Kiko ran, but the mill's corridors twisted and turned, leading him back to the main room every time. The grinding wheels spun faster, and the shadows closed in, reaching for him with thin, sticky hands that smelled of molasses and rot. He finally burst through a door and stumbled into the sugar fields, where the moon was bright enough to show him the way home. When he looked back, the mill was dark and quiet again. But he could swear he saw hundreds of shadows moving in the windows. The next day, he developed his photos. Every single one showed the same thing: shadows of workers filling the mill. And in the background of each shot, a young man in modern clothes. Kiko himself. Standing among them, already bent over a conveyor belt,